Hey guys, welcome back to EmpireCV.tv. Captain America was just released last week, so we're going to talk a little bit about that later. But right now we're back on track. It's Tuesday again. You're going to have an episode up by tonight, so enjoy. The first one we're going to talk about is Doctor Who. For everybody who knows about Doctor Who, this is the ongoing series. We're following the new Doctor, Matt Smith, along with Amy Pond, and this ongoing series from IDW. You can continue the adventures outside of the 13 episodes we get every year from the BBC. These are the things that happen on the side. These are the things that we don't see, that they'll reference sometimes, that they'll talk about. Sticks to the mythos, talks about all the things you've seen on the series, introduces you to more, and really has a lot of fun with it. So if you're into Doctor Who, if you even like science fiction and you haven't watched Doctor Who, you should give the BBC show a shot. It's really, really good science fiction. The next one we're going to do, you guys have had to wait for a few years on. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen by Alan Moore. This is a 1969 copy, and we've been waiting at least a couple years on this. But as you all know, or if you haven't read it, read the first two graphic novels for League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. It's probably one of the best books written in the last 10 years, maybe even 15, God, time flies. But do not base it on the movie. If you have seen the movie, try this. If you haven't seen the movie, do not watch it. Try this instead. Okay, as always, since we're really excited about 52 from DC, September's coming. This is all leading into it off of Flashpoint. Lois Lane's book's out this week. We really get to see a lot of the obscure characters in here. We're following the Resistance in Britain. We get the Canterbury Cricket. We get Demon. We get also characters from Wildstorm, more importantly, that are being incorporated into the DC universe. You've got Grifter in here, and you're going to be seeing the Authority show up with Martian Manhunter in Stormwatch coming up in September. So all of the Wildstorm books you loved, they ended a while ago. They're going to be incorporated into this new universe and spun right in like DC's done so many times in the past. So 4 other books out for this week. More to come. September, it's coming quick. All right, this one didn't last long. We just showed you number 3. Number 4 is out. You had to wait like 6 months to get the new issues, but Finch is on track. He's gearing up. He's going to get these out and finished so that we can lead into the number 1 Dark Knight that's coming out in September, which Finch is also writing and drawing. So you didn't have to wait long. All right, as I mentioned, Captain America came out last week. I saw it last night, and I thought it was amazing. It was a great movie. The guy who did the acting, Chris Evans, I believe his name is, he was much better than I thought he was going to be. I'd seen him in Fantastic Four. I'd seen him in some other movie. He always played the Johnny Storm character, but he did a great job as Captain America. And one of the things that all you Cap fans are going to be happy about is we thought it might look more like the Ultimate Cap, but this Steve Rogers is your modern Captain America from the Marvel Universe. Elements of the Ultimate Soldier, or the Ultimate Cap there, he is a soldier, he does what's necessary, he's there to win a war, but at the heart of it all, you have Steve Rogers that we know and love, and that's made Captain America such a good book. So check it out. There's a lot of campy, fun areas in it, but it really fit with the era. I love that the technology was above what we would normally have, but it fit with the era, with the look and with the feel. That guy who plays Red Skull, Elron, Mr. Smith, he was phenomenal. In fact, I thought he stole the show. The Red Skull was just something fantastic. Wait till the end credits. That 30 seconds was probably some of the best moments in a theater in my life. You're going to love it. So this week, we got Captain America and Bucky. This jumps back to 35 when we're introduced to Bucky as a kid. And we're going to watch his story, watch him grow up on the streets, watch him enlist in the army, and ultimately put on the costume and join Captain America. So if you haven't read anything about Bucky, if you don't know what's going on with him as far as him being the Winter Soldier, his death on the rocket back in the day, him becoming Captain America, this is the place to start. This will tell you everything you know or you need to know about Bucky Barnes. Death of Ultimate Spider-Man just concluded, and this is a miniseries, 6 issues. Bendis is on it. This Ultimate Spider-Man is Bendis' best work in my opinion. Powers is a close second, but Ultimate Spider-Man, if people haven't read it, it's like, what, 16, 17 volumes? God, more than that now. There's like 25.
Ultimate Spider-Man, yeah, about 25, 26.
So that's Rolly the fact-checking pug, by the way. Ultimate Spider-Man, 25, 26 graphic novels available. Bendis' best work. It's wonderful. It has a classic feel to Spider-Man. You really feel the angst from the kid. You feel him trying to do the right thing, developing his powers. It also really goes into his relationships. He has a core group of people around him. He's got Johnny Storm, he's got Bobby Drake, who's Iceman, Kitty Pryde, Mary Jane, Gwen Stacy, Aunt May, a really solid group of people, really good group of friends. Spider-Man just died. This is everyone dealing with it. It's where they're going to go from here, how they're going to live without Peter Parker, and the decisions they're going to make as superheroes based on what Pete did and ultimately what happens. Okay, X-Men Schism is continuing. This should be bigger in the Marvel Universe. Everything happening in here is self-contained, which is almost a disappointment because the events are huge. The Sentinels programs has been restarted across the world. People are pulling out old Sentinels from storage. People are trying to create new Sentinels. The machinery is defunct. The programs are old. Things are going wrong. The X-Men are trying to do crowd control and keep this thing under wraps, while at the same time trying to make sure that they keep a good face to the people because the mutant hysteria is out of control. What's really fun in this one is there are two camps ultimately that it's going to come to a head with: Scott Summers and Wolverine. As most of you know, Scott Summers is probably the biggest chump in the Marvel Universe. So I am solidly on Wolverine's camp, and Wolverine is making the points. Scott, he's a leader, and he's a good leader. He's not a good man. Wolverine, as much as we see him as the berserker, as much as we see him as that fearless fighter who jumps into the fray, Wolverine is ultimately the heart of the X-Men because he's been there, he's seen the depths, he knows what it feels like, and even back in the day with Kitty, he knows what it's like to go to those levels, and he wants to make sure that no one else does it. So you've got the tactical side and you've got the heart. This is the one to do. Really, really well written. Gotham City Sirens. You really don't need to say much here. You got Catwoman, you got Poison Ivy, you got Harley Quinn. Started off with a run by Paul Dini, which you guys all know from the old animated series. Creator of Harley Quinn, incredible writer. Callaway has continued the legacy. This book is well worth checking out. All right, what we got here is another Udon art book. If you guys aren't familiar with Udon, they are popular for putting out all their Street Fighter projects. Street Fighter, Darkstalkers, things like that. What they've done over the last few years is they've taken some time and put together some amazing art books revolving around the Street Fighter, the Darkstalkers, the Darksiders from Madara's game. And they just put out one here today, or tomorrow, for Valkyria Chronicles, which is one of my favorite games. It's almost a cross between a StarCraft and a Final Fantasy. It's a turn-based strategy game where you get to develop your characters, you get to create your units, really build and put together an army that you want while you're defending this tiny nation state against an evil empire. This book is filled with conceptual designs, it's filled with final products, sketches, computer-generated art. It's just a really, really neat thing to have on the shelf, and as you can see, it's not some skinny little thing, it is huge. So this one's out. We also have a full shelf with all the other ones, Street Fighters and everything. They're really neat. People really enjoy them, and they're great on the coffee. So really want to stop here for a second and let you guys know how the Captain America thing went last week. We put together something special for the Captain America #1 that came out. For every copy that you guys purchased here at Empire's Comics Vault, we donated a copy to the Sacramento Receiving Home for Children. We sold 102 of them, which is great, so thank you guys. But what we're also going to do is, just on top of it, we're going to send another 200 books off to the Sacramento Public Library. So thank you guys very much for everything that you've done. The kids are going to appreciate it, and we really appreciate it. So thank you. So as I was talking about Captain America, we went last night, and we got a group of people together. If you guys want to come to the next movie with us, look on our Facebook. Whenever a comic book movie comes out, we announce when we're going. We all meet up down at the theater, hang out, get some popcorn, and kick back, talk about the movie before, talk about the movie afterwards. It's a lot of fun. So we went last night, and it was great because there were a ton of people I'd never seen in the store, and they were having a great time. They were laughing, they were loving it. One lady was even cheering. So at the end, we passed out a bunch of Captain America comic books to them and got a great response. So it's just fun to get new people into the experience because they see the movies, they don't really know where to go from there. So if you guys know anybody who enjoys the movies, send them down to your local comic book store, because if they liked those, they get the original material, they're going to get blown away.
Question.